Hey, what's going on everybody? PureSalvation here. And for those of you who are just tuning into this video and don't know anything about me, I like to make Call of Duty videos and Blur videos and update videos on Call of Duty Black Ops. So yeah, if you guys enjoy those kinds of things, you should definitely check out my channel and subscribe because you'll definitely be seeing more of those. So today I have some Modern Warfare 2 for you guys. Some old gameplay, of course, because I really got to get through these videos. I've got a crap load to upload, so I gotta get to those so I can update them. Sorry for the newbie skills. I don't remember how long ago this was, but it definitely was a long time ago, probably back in February. Yeah, I was using the Barrett 50 cal, and this was before I started to use the intervention. So apologize if the gameplay is not as great as it should be. So I guess I'll just start talking about how to play it safely but aggressively at the same time with a sniper in Highrise while also going for the objective. Now what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to protect B, and also by taking this little area and securing it, I'm not only protecting B, but I'm also protecting A. Now, the only way they can get to A and capture it is by going through the underground. Other than that, I've got this place pretty much on lockdown. But it's not a problem if they take A. Now, when they take B, that's a huge problem because sometimes that can be the difference maker of the game, and it is very, very difficult to take B back from the other team. As you can see right now, we're doing a pretty good job of securing B, and also at the same time, we're doing a good job of keeping the other team at C. Now, my setup right now is a Barrett 50 cal with the M10 shotgun. And let me tell you, that is a great shotgun. I like it a lot. But I am done using shotguns. I realize how cheap they are, and I guess you can call me a scrub, because I'm putting a limitation on myself. I refuse to use noob tubes, and as of lately, I won't be using too many shotguns. If I do, it's probably a special occasion, or if it's or probably just an old video. Now look at this. That was a huge fail on my part, and it just goes to show you how bad I was at sniping way back when. But I still pull off a decent gameplay. Now, Highrise, it's all about positioning, because where you are on the map versus the enemy will determine in Domination whether you keep B, A, or C. And I'm not sure why I went out of order in that. Now what I mean by that is if you're spawning all the way in your A, in your let's say you've captured A and the other team's captured C, and if you're spawning all the way in A, that leaves the underground tunnel vulnerable to the flanks of the enemies. Now what I'm trying to get to is that you always want to stay in a place where you've got a good vantage point of the enemy and also good cover. Now instead of staying at A and camping there and sniping from A to C like what most people like to do, I like to run around a little bit and see if I can pick off anybody. So my kill streak setups here are 5, 7, and 11. I do remember that because I was trying to get my sentry gun challenges, which I did in the end. And my 7, of course, is the Harrier, and the 11 is Chopper Gunner. So what I was talking about earlier is definitely if you want to go for the objective and you want to win, always, if you're sniping, get out of the opposite ends of the map. And what I mean by that is the Domination A and Domination C. Always make sure you're outside, but not too vulnerable where a chopper gunner could just easily take you out. You always want to be in a good position. Like this place where I am, this little hideout where I am, is okay, decent, but definitely not great when there's a chopper gunner. Because, as you know, the chopper gunner's got a blast radius, which can easily take me out from this position. Now, I know that I'm not getting too much action, but my job right now is protecting B and A, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that. You saw me a little bit earlier kill somebody who was going to A, and that's also a great part about this little area that I'm patrolling, is not only do I cover the left flank of our flags, I'm also giving myself good cover where I can pick guys off and make sure that I don't get killed. And when I do that, that's good, because if you get killed, you're giving the other team kill streaks, which in turn leads to a lot of deaths and spawn trapping, and that's just not fun. Now notice how they did take A. I'm not worried too much right now as long as we have B, because we can always take C, and that's not too much of a problem. Now you see how we're starting to all spawn where the C flag is, and but we're not too far into C where I'm not going to be able to catch up to the enemies if they're trying to take B. Now that's a huge problem in positioning in this game as well, is when you're spawning on the other side of the map and the other team is taking B, it's going to be hard to get there in time to save the flag without getting killed. And what I mean by that is, let's say we lose A and we lose C and we take B. So I can either spawn in very, very close to B, or probably the opposite sides of the map. And what I mean by that is near the crane, which is where I'm around right here, or the other side. Now if the other team is taking B, that's not a huge problem, and I should be able to get to the B flag and rescue it from being taken over. But in a situation where the other team has both B and, or no, sorry, if the other team has A and we have B and C, and we're spawning all the way into the corners of C, way back in there, and they're taking B, chances are they're going to capture it before I can even get there. And if I'm just sprinting like a chicken with its head cut off, I'm just going to give them a free kill, and that's not going to be good. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to protect our left flank again, now that we have flags B and C. And by taking this upper vantage point, I can not only cover B, but I can also cover the left flank and parts of the right flank for enemies who are running to C. The only problem is I'm a huge target if I'm not careful. And I did not know you could get out there, and I think that was a pretty funny death. Well, not my death, the guy that I killed and he just fell off the edge. I thought that was pretty funny. But never ever go on that vantage point that I was just on unless that oil tank has been blown up, because then you're gonna die, and all it takes is 2 Semtex grenades to blow it up. And I think, I'm not sure about AT-4 launchers or rocket launchers because I don't use those, but it does easily take 2 Semtex to blow up the oil tank, so you want to be careful about that. Right here I get I throw down my sentry gun, and what I like to use with the sentry gun is I think of it as bait, because I'm running a 5-7-11 kill streak, and what I try to do is I try to throw down my care package in a semi-vulnerable spot where the enemies have to go and run and get it, and if they do, they expose themselves and I get free kills, which leads me to my Harriers, and I get my kill streaks going. Now if that doesn't work, I always have my teammates who can always capture it for me, and I get 250 free points. Now what that does is it gives me more points, and it's a fast way to rank up. And now that is the end of the video, guys. We did win. It was a pretty good score overall. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please rate or like the video, because it helps the channel grow and get noticed. And please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this. Alright guys, see you later.